just robbed this train, Jesse. Where you at, Alan Evans? I brought my manager. Alan, are you here? All the way from Los Angeles. Alan, can you come out here with me, please? Alan's a real manager. He's been with me almost 10 years through all the shows, all the ups and downs. Please give him a hand. Whew, I'm nervous this time. I don't know why, but maybe because my mic keeps falling off. Whoa, wow, nice crowd. So, some of the questions I like to answer is like, dog, how did you ever get a TV show? Right? Excuse me, what? How's my what? My what? Oh, thank you. I'm supposed to call Leland, Baby Lisa, Dwayne Lee. They're in training right now, and they're at a place called Blackwater in Kentucky, where they're training how to go in houses and apprehend people. The guy called me this morning. He said, you know what? Even Baby Lisa knows more than some of our SWAT cops do here. Thank you. I usually bring Beth to these, but she had to stay home this time in Hawaii, so we like to say I love her too. Thank you very much. So I would like to say that I dedicate this one to Bethy. I didn't start out on a stage. I started out behind this guy called Texas Penitentiary. I got a number called 271097 back in 1976. Today, that's my badge number, 271097. I went to prison because I didn't listen to my mother, I didn't listen to my father, I didn't listen to the preacher, I didn't listen to anybody, I listened to myself. Myself told me you don't have to obey the law, you don't have to pay taxes, and you don't have to do this. So at a very young age, I joined a club, a motorcycle club called the Devil's Disciples. My mother she passed away, was a Chiricahua Indian, and my father was a white man in the Navy. What a mixture. What a mixture. So all the time, always, my whole life, my mother had been telling me, you're one of the chosen ones. And I love you, son. You better stop, because it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living God. I didn't listen. I did my own thing. 1976, some of the bikers came to pick me up. We went over to this guy's house to make a drug deal. I sat in the car. They went, two of my friends, my brothers, went up to the door. As they were making a drug deal, my one brother had a gun, and the guy grabbed the gun. There was a struggle. The gun went off and shot the guy in the shoulder. My brothers came running out to the car and said, dog, dog. There was 2 or 3 of us out there, said, the guy was hit in the shoulder. With what? I shot him accidentally. I went, oh my God. Oh no. Drove home, called an ambulance. As I called the ambulance, we had this thing called a princess phone, and it hung up on the wall. As I hung it up, it didn't hang up. So as I'm telling my first wife, LaFonda, Leland and Dwayne Lee's mom, the story, the cops are on the line listening. Like a confession, right? So I went to sleep that night thinking the guy was hit in the shoulder. I even drove over there and saw the guy in an ambulance. Brother Love, this cop, arrested me, which he's 87 years old today. He's still alive, still a cop in Texas. I talked to him last week. I saw the guy in the stretcher. Brother Love said, was it these guys? And the guy said, his name was Jerry, said, no, it wasn't Dog. It was his brothers, Donnie and Reuben. I drove home thinking it was okay. 6 o'clock in the morning, my alarm went off for me to get up to go to work, and I heard the words, Dwayne Dog Chapman is being sought for the shotgun slaying last night of Jerry Oliver, 31, in Pampa, Texas. Of course, I got ready to go to jail. Not really, I ran. I hit that door running. I heard that, and I split out the back door. As I waited, I could hear the cops coming. As I waited for the bullets to hit my back, the cops didn't notice me. And I just kept running. I don't know why to this day I did this, but I turned around. I went up to a police officer and said, "Hi, who are you looking for?" He started shaking all over and pulled out his gun. He goes, "I'm looking for you." I said, "For what?" He said, "For murder one, son." "Murder one," I said. I then went to jail, posted bond, went to trial, all four of us. All four of us were found guilty of first-degree murder because back in the early 70s, if you were there while it happened and you didn't turn it in, there wasn't no such thing as during, before, or after an accomplice. You were just as guilty as the guy that stole the candy bar if you took a piece of it. The brother that shot the guy got a 10-year sentence. The girl got 5 years probation. The other guy got 5 years or 10 years in prison. The judge looked at me and said, "I'm telling you right now, Mr. Chapman, I hereby sentence you to 5 years of hard labor in the Texas Department of Corrections." And I thought, wow, 5 years of hard labor. As I went to the prison, I remember looking up to the roof. I couldn't see it. It was so big. Texas in the 70s, let me tell you, wasn't a good time. I went up, they gave me my number, said, "No, you're no longer called the dog. You're 27197. On the way to Texas, I rode a big bus called a Bluebird. There were probably 50, 60 inmates in there, and I drove by a camp meeting. How many church tent meeting? How many of you know what that is? There was a tent set out there, and a guy with a tambourine, and they were saying, "Oh, how I love Jesus," and everybody was dancing around. And I thought in my mind, oh my God, that I should be there. I should be there with my mom. She tried to show me every time we went by a town or something, I saw a cross on the highway. I saw another cross. I saw about 4 nuns walking together, waving at the bus. And God was telling me, "Do you see that? Do you see that?" Right there at that point, I said, "Lord, I am very sorry. There's got to be something that I can do to change this." My father said, "Here's what you need to do. Burn your birth certificate. Burn all your stuff." My dad was in the Navy. First-degree murder as a son, not. My mother was the only one that stood behind me. As I entered the prison, I started thinking, oh no, what is this? It was a life that I'd been to jail a lot, but never like that, more than 2 days, because my mom posted my bail just like that. This is what I'm saying. My mom, every time I got in trouble, there was mom. Every single time. Quick. Dad said no, mom was right there. I went into prison. I told the Lord again, "This is it. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I can't be a preacher, because I don't know about being a Jesus freak, but what can I do here? Lord, please, you got to help me." I was in jail with guys that were writing letters, and I'd read the letters.